Hello everybody, welcome back to Fanblade. I have started back at my day job a couple of days before the end of the lockdown just to work through some procedural things and work out how we can all be safe in our jobs. This is fine, it's great that I have a job to go back to and my heart goes out to those who don't. What it means for these guitars though is absolutely nothing because I'm going to carry on, I'm going to build them, I'm going to video it, you're not going to miss out on any episodes, although they may get a little bit random. How random, you say? Well, this is a picture of my lathe. And this is a picture of Albert. And I don't know what this is a picture of. But here we are building guitars. The next step, we've got the necks on. The necks are good. This is actually a guitar neck going on a guitar body. The next step is to figure out where the bridge is going to go so that we can line up the strings and get that in just the right place. Once we've done that, we can figure out where the pickups are going to go, and tonight I'm basically just going to be marking all of this out. The easiest way to mark all of this out is actually run some strings in place where they will be. And the easiest way to do that is to actually attach some tuners to the headstock. You are looking at a bass that's had the bridge position marked and the holes for the bridge just dotted, so I can draw those out soon. Really what I need to do now is figure out between that line and the neck where the pickups are going to go and what sort of pickups I want to stick in there. This is actually a bass pickup. It's a cheap knockoff of an EMG. And I've used these in basses before. They sound better near the bridge, but to be honest I don't really like the look of it when I have access to some of these. These are mini humbuckers, and I have two of these, except I don't really like the look of them. I think what I'm going to do is use these ones, route the holes for them, order some chrome ones, then I can just drop the chrome ones straight in, and if I don't like the sound of them, then the form factor of these is small enough that I can route that hole in over the top of it, and get another one of these of course, and then have two of these, and then, you know, I can't get these in chrome, but you know, what are you going to do? Because yeah, just the black hardware with the chrome bridge, I think that looks a bit dumb. I'd definitely prefer these in chrome just for the look of it. How does it look with the neck on? Actually, it might be alright. It might be alright. I'll stick these two in, and we'll see what happens. Just so you're aware, what I've drawn here, I've drawn the outline of the pickup, which I'm going to carve out, and then I've simply put the outline of the pickup ring on the outside, just so I know how much room I've got in case I decide to cut a couple of corners. I just need that line outside there as a reference, so I know how much how much room for error that I have. Because I like knowing how much room for error that I have in case I make one. For the guitar, we've stolen all the hardware off an old Epiphone Les Paul copy that's been donated to the cause. It's going to need a bit of a clean. It's yeah, I'll give that a bit of a polish before we put it on the final instrument. But that's just a little bit more complicated because we've got to make sure that we've given this enough of an angle to compensate for the lack of ability to compensate for the bridge saddles. So yeah, we'll just line it up and see how it looks, and then adjust as necessary. And random jump cut to 25 minutes later while I've figured out what on earth I'm doing with this bass. The bridge units I'm using are these separate units. They are quite good. They're pretty beefy, they're pretty chunky. They are a bit weird to install though. Nowhere near as simple as, 5 screws for a 4-string bass, so drill 4 holes for a 6-string guitar. I think these are about 5 holes each, so yeah, what we are doing is we are having a string spacing. I've already marked out across there, centre line, where the bridge needs to go and where each string is. And as luck would have it, they are 15 mils apart, and the width of one of these units is 15 mils. It's almost like I planned it like that, where that hole is in the dead centre of the saddle at not quite full adjustment. So we're going to take that hole as the hole that we drill right on the bridge line, try and line them up, and measure how much we need to carve out for this from that hole, and then how far from there to this hole at the back, and that needs a counter bore as well. So it gets a little bit complicated, but if we carefully mark it out and carefully cut it, then it'll be in the right place. I feel like I've got that slightly wrong. Centre to centre, they are 56 mils, and I have marked them for 56 mils. Okay. Maybe parallax error or something like that. That's the centres. And that's all of the centres. Okay. Alright, look, in Mitsu Toyo I trust. Now, the pickups that are going in this bass are Thunderbuckers. They are from a company called ThunderbuckerRanch.com. These are genuine old style Gibson sort of recreations of vintage Gibson pickups. They are quite shallow. They are also extremely delicate. That's all the thickness you get. I'm not going to have to mount these very low, and there's no pickup rings. So I really just need to figure out where they're going to go, draw a line around them, and cut them out very, very carefully. This might be one of those scenarios where I actually measure what I'm doing. People will sometimes say, "Oh, you've got to measure the spacing of your pickups directly and get the get the pole pieces directly in line with the harmonic sweet spot of the strings," which is a complete load of old rubbish, because the harmonic sweet spot of the strings changes with every note you play. Really, what you're doing is putting them where they look kind of good and where you'll get a decent amount of tone variation out of them. Because you could take two pickups and stick them right next to each other, but what happens is they both sound the same. You could put them so far apart that you get the maximum tone variation out of them, but that looks kind of dumb, and also you can't really slap because this one's too close to the neck. So move that back, move that back. Looks nice and balanced, especially with the bridge pieces in place. There's a bridge. Where's the neck going to go? I reckon it looks nice about there. Possibly there. I will look at it from a couple of different angles. I will think about where the player's hand goes. It's a shame to cover up this nice bit of wood though. Mind you, it's a shame to cover up this nice bit of wood as well. That's what I'll do. I'll move them both that way a bit. Alright. Done. 3 bodies marked out, some complicated stuff going on. That's it for today. I'm not going to cut any of this out tonight because it's getting on too late and I'm knackered. So I'm going to stop talking to myself in my shed, say thank you very much, thank you for subscribing, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.